Hi, and welcome to Balance Unleashed, your sanctuary for holistic well-being. Here, we explore the intricate tapestry of life, seeking harmony between mind, body, and spirit. We believe that true well-being is not just about physical health, but about cultivating a balanced and fulfilling existence. During the next 10 minutes, I'll explain why you're addicted to toxic people. Have you ever felt like a magnet for the wrong people? Why do you find yourself missing the person who shattered your peace? Why do you reread old messages or check their social media, knowing it will only hurt you? You know they are bad for you. So why does leaving feel completely impossible? If you feel like you're addicted to a person who is destroying you, you're not going crazy, and you are definitely not alone. Your brain has been hacked, tricked into a powerful addiction cycle, and I'm about to show you exactly how it works. This is for anyone who feels stuck. You keep going back to that partner, that friend, that family member who just tears you down. You know it's destroying you, but walking away feels impossible. And you're left feeling ashamed, asking yourself, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just leave? The answer isn't about weakness. It's about brain chemistry. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down the science of why you feel hooked on people who hurt you. We're going to expose the chemical cocktail that keeps you trapped, and I'll give you the first steps to finally break free. Section 1. The problem. This is a trauma bond. First, let's call this what it is. You're not just in a complicated relationship. You are likely experiencing a trauma bond. A trauma bond isn't love. It's an addiction. It's a powerful connection that gets created during a cycle of abuse, or even just intense inconsistency. It's forged in chaos, where moments of incredible kindness are unpredictably mixed with cruelty. One day, you're their entire world. The next, you don't exist. That up and down pattern is the key. It's what creates a desperate, clinging hope. You start living for those rare good moments. You hang on to the memory of who they were at the beginning, or the person you believe they could be. The shame you feel is not yours to carry. You've literally been trained to chase approval from the same person who's causing you pain. This creates a war in your head. Your logical brain knows you need to run, but a deeper, primal part of you feels like you won't survive without them. That feeling is real, and it's chemical. Which brings us to the science. Section 2. The science, your brain on a toxic relationship. Okay, let's look under the hood. This isn't just a feeling. It's a neurological fact. Your brain is being flooded with a powerful cocktail of hormones. The biggest player here is called intermittent reinforcement. Think of it like a slot machine. You pull the lever. Nothing. Pull it again. Nothing. You're about to walk away, but you think, okay, just one last try. Suddenly, bells, lights, coins, you get a massive rush. That rush is a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure, it's the motivation chemical. It's the chase hormone. It makes you seek out rewards. Now, what do you think would happen if that slot machine paid out every single time? You'd get bored. But because the win is unpredictable, you become obsessed. You'll sit there for hours, pulling that lever, chasing the next hit. This is exactly what's happening in your relationship. Those moments of kindness and affection are the unpredictable jackpot. When the person who's been cold or cruel suddenly gives you a compliment or a hint of the person you first fell for, your brain doesn't just think, oh, that's nice. It gets a flood of dopamine. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the hope of the next jackpot. You're hooked on the chase. But it gets even more complex. It's not just dopamine. You're also dealing with oxytocin and cortisol. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. It's released during intimacy and connection, making you feel safe and attached. In a toxic relationship, this means you are chemically bonding to the very source of your stress. You're forming a deep attachment to your own pain. At the same time, during the fights, the criticism, and the silent treatments, your body is flooded with the stress hormone, cortisol. You feel anxious, on edge, and physically sick. Your nervous system is on constant high alert. So you're trapped in this devastating loop. A spike of cortisol from the stress, followed by a huge relief rush of dopamine and oxytocin when they finally throw you a bone. This roller coaster creates an unbelievably powerful and addictive bond. And it's not just a feeling, it's a serious health risk. Studies show that being in these emotionally damaging relationships can increase symptoms of anxiety and depression by 50%. And other research indicates the risk for conditions like PTSD can even triple. If you grew up in a chaotic home, your brain might have gotten used to this roller coaster. A calm, stable relationship might even feel boring because your brain is wired for chaos. This is not your fault. It was a survival skill that you no longer need. If this is all starting to click, just take a second and let that sink in. This aha moment is the first step to freedom. It's proof you aren't broken. Your brain was just trying to protect you in a way that's now holding you back. Section 3. The solution. How to start breaking the cycle. All right, you understand the science. You know you are not crazy. Now for the hard part. What do you do about it? Breaking this addiction is about consciously rewiring your brain. Here is your game plan. Step 1. Call it an addiction and grieve the dream. You have to call this what it is. Not a tragic love story, but an addiction. Say it out loud. I am addicted to this cycle. This removes the romance from the situation and helps you see it clearly. Then, you must grieve. You have to grieve the person you thought they were and the potential you thought they had. That idealized person doesn't exist. The perfect person from the beginning was part of the trap. Their pain wasn't a bug in the system, it was a feature. Step 2. Cut off the supply. Go no contact. To break any addiction, you have to stop using the drug. In this case, the drug is the person. This is why no contact is your ultimate weapon. No calls, no texts, no social media stalking, no asking friends about them. Every time you check on them, you re-pulling that slot machine lever again, resetting your progress and begging for another hit. If you can't go full no contact because of kids or work, you must become a gray rock. This means you make your interactions as boring and uninteresting as possible. Be factual and brief, and give them zero emotional reaction. You are starving the addiction of its fuel. This will be brutally hard at first. It is a withdrawal. You will feel a physical craving to go back. Ride that wave. Do not give in. Step 3. Teach your brain to love peace. When you first escape a toxic dynamic, peace can feel terrifying. It can feel boring. Your nervous system is so accustomed to the cortisol dopamine chaos that calm feels wrong. You might even find yourself wanting to create drama just to feel something familiar. Your new job is to retrain your nervous system. Teach it that calm equals safety. You do this with small, simple actions. Mindfulness, deep breathing, a walk outside, gentle exercise. You are showing your body, one moment at a time, that it can finally stand down from high alert. Over time, what once felt boring will begin to feel like peace. Step 4. Build a life that is too good for them. Toxic relationships shrink your world. You lose hobbies, friends, and your very sense of self. Healing is about reclaiming all that back and then some. Ask yourself, what did I love to do before them? What music did I listen to? Who were my real friends? Start adding those things back into your life, one by one. Reconnect with people who make you feel seen and valued. Spend time alone and get to know yourself again. The goal is to build a life so full and so wonderful that there is simply no room left for their chaos. You have to stop looking for them to validate you and start creating your own validation. Breaking an addiction to a toxic person is one of the hardest things you will ever do. But understanding that you are in a chemical, neurological fight, not a battle of character, is the key that unlocks the cage. You aren't to blame for getting trapped, but you are responsible for your own healing. It's a slow process of rewiring your brain and coming home to yourself. But on the other side of this withdrawal is a level of peace and self-worth that no one can ever touch again. You are not weak for being stuck. You are incredibly strong for starting the journey to get out. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Hit the like button if this was helpful and share it with someone who might benefit from it. Have questions or suggestions for future videos? Drop them in the comments below. See you in the next one.